part of the point is don't run from the unpleasant things, because you want to be in reality. You need to know if you make a mistake. You need to sit in that feeling of failure if you make a mistake. You need to be intimate with that. You need to understand you messed up. It's okay, because your results don't define you, which is one of the beautiful things about being a human. But you need to know the damage of your actions. Face them, be intimate with them, and then purpose to make better decisions. And that's all we do, day by day, moment by moment, interaction by interaction. You know, God grant me the strength and wisdom to do a good job and be who I was destined to be. Paradox. You can bend reality. You can change it. You know, like, this is, our lives are co-authorships. You know, I believe with my Father in heaven and myself. You know, that's how we build this thing. I do the best I can, and then He gives the opportunity for me to do the best I can, and supernaturally charges us if we step into that. But the other thing is, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to give and bend and be flexible with reality. So knowing the difference between like when to bend reality and when to give, there's some magic in that. There's some magic beans in that. So make this day count. That's always my point. The Warriors, we've been up for about 3-4 hours at this point. Welcome the sun and all the normal people, the people that we're developing ourselves to protect and serve, I guess. So be the best you can be and get after it. I'm gonna keep blasting content. Boom. Even though they try to censor me, yo, like and share these videos, because they're censoring me so much, it's almost like maybe I shouldn't even post stuff. But I have plans. I got plans by the grace of God. That's my advice if you're trying to figure out what to do in these times. On this journey, you will be misunderstood. You'll be attacked. But it's fine. Miscategorized and all of those things. Just remember who and what you're doing for. And know that if you stay on the path and are diligent with, because the journey you're on is about defining yourself so you can serve others by the grace of God. Just remember that when you're misunderstood, what it is you've been tasked to do, and if you can maintain the proper heart despite all of the arrows, eventually your heart will be seen, and you'll be seen for who you are. Just remember that you stay on the path and stay genuine and audit yourself constantly. Search for mental vulnerabilities, search for arrogance. Scrutinize yourself harder than anyone else can. And over time, they're not going to be able to deny seeing you accurately at some point. And if you cannot let your heart be poisoned on the journey from the attacks, you're not on the path for anyone other than God, and really to serve, and for yourself to become the best version of yourself. But people will continually try and define you. Then you'll be who you were created to be. You have to protect your heart on this journey. That's part of it. The strongest of us have to understand how to do that. And it can really only be done with it by hard work and the grace of God. To me, one of the biggest questions is, how will you ever slay the dragons in your life if you cannot first face yourself? If you cannot subdue yourself, how can you righteously subdue anything outside of yourself? David needed to cultivate the skill of the sling. He needed to fight the lions and the bears before he could kill the giant. Face yourself first. The reason I think becoming a person of true value has so much to do with hard work is because the journey inevitably has so much to do with chaos. And if you don't have struggle credentials, or if you haven't been working on your strength, understanding where your power comes from, trying to develop all of the attributes you've been given to their maximum place before you run into supernatural challenges designed to bring you to that level, you will buckle, you will break. You'll be like the new wine in the old wineskins. So the chaos will shatter you on so many levels if you're not already acquainted with it. So this is why we need to take ourselves as far as we can take ourselves. And then with that diligence mixed with faith without works is dead. It's impossible to please the Father without faith. And then you give your widow's mite. You pick up those stones and you give your really quite small contribution of your best, and it gets supercharged by the grace of God. And that's when amazing things happen. This is the game. Don't begin on the journey only for the end result. This is like a mistake we all make in the beginning, but if you can avoid it, you'll fall in love with the process faster. The more present you can be with every rep, with every day, the more present you can be with every blow you take and every one that you give, the faster you grow, the quicker you evolve. It's not about lessening the amount of pain you have to go through. It's more about making the pain you go through more valuable to you. And by being present with the journey, you realize the value of the journey is who you become, and you become quicker, which means you can take on more pain. Some say there's nothing to fear, but I don't think so. I think fear's with all of us at all times, if we're smart. Let the fear just cause you to do better. The hero and the coward are both afraid, but what they do is what differentiates them. My fear gives me fuel. I watch a lot of people and their fear causes them to freeze. Find a way to let your fear motivate you. Alchemize it. Don't run from the pain. Face the pain. Know the pain. Accept the pain. Sit in it. Drink it in. Breathe it in. Seek it, because it will teach you about yourself. It'll help you shape yourself, but you've got to keep your heart clean. Don't let the wounds change you. Don't let the wounds make you bitter. Never let the wounds of life change your name. Just let them make you stronger and smarter.